Good morning, guys. Let's do another Traphase comp here. This is going to be this Doresain comp. I'm not as comfortable with this comp as I was with this Helot comp and the Clem Bleed comp. Um, but the premise is basically Doresain does huge damage to whatever in front of him. Um, KCS here is kind of like a backup DPS if the enemy starts targeting. Um, so uh, he's definitely a good unit here. The wheels don't really matter too much on who they go on, except for yeah, I would say the wheels don't matter too much on who they go on. Yeah, that's basically it. You do want critical point here for the vulnerable. So whoever has critical point. It doesn't matter who you put it on, really. It can vulnerable the front target. That way, Doresain can kill it. You can put critical point on Doresain if you want. You could put it on Pandia, Corpo, just kind of whoever you have strikes with at the moment. I normally don't put it on Doresain because I use his strikes to get his exalt faster, and so I'm using his strikes as utility for himself, um, potentially before I'm ready to uh, finish the fight. We'll see how this fight goes though, and we'll see if we get an opponent. I'll see you when the screen pops. Alright, here we go. So this is a Helot Paracomp. So this is going to be rough. What I'm going to try to do. Oh, perfect. I got the mountain resolve. I'm going to try to snipe Helot if possible here. Um, uh, I need to get critical point. Let's do mind barrier on him and you on you because I have a strike. Ooh, perfect. I'm glad I had the hand space for that, because if I was at 6 out of 10, my hand space would have gone over, and I just would have been sad. Perfect. Critical point. Let's put this on Pandia. We're going to target her. Pandia is going to use their strike, put the vulnerable on her. Strike. We are going to hit. Big damage. Finish her off. Well, that was a match. It's definitely the fastest that I have won. This comp definitely requires you to understand what the win condition of your enemy opponent is. And in this particular case, the win condition was killing Helots. They were a real opponent, as you can see, because they surrendered. But yeah, that is kind of the premise of the comp. If you don't get the mountains resolved, that's kind of, and it's a comp like this, it's sad. A lot of comps you don't need the mountains resolved to target anybody. You can just plow through the first enemy, 2 turns later plow through the next enemy, um, and if like Doresain is like the last unit alive on your comp, that's perfectly fine because he'll just keep plowing through the enemy. um, But yeah, that was the Doresain comp. Um, Navigator to Sea doesn't really matter, as well as Mind Barrier. These two wheels can be changed for several other wheels out there. They're nice because this is low cost, only cost 1 and it heals you 7 every turn. It's nice healing. Mind Barrier, it's a little bit more expensive at 2, but since you're exalting as often as possible on Doresain, it's really good for him to get that bleed gone, that shield up. It's just really nice for that. And then if you run across that Clem comp that I showed you first, um, halving that bleed can be huge. But as always, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next one.